A very good morning to everyone, students. Students, now we have to take the next chapter of your grammar book, that is the chapter 16, the sentence. And let's start the chapter with the definition of sentence. A sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense by itself. What is a sentence? It is a group of words that makes complete sense. When you are taking a group of words and you will manage them in a proper order, and it makes complete sense by itself. Suppose, for example, read the following sentences. Two sentences are given. These books. What do you think? This sentence is complete? No, it is not complete and it does not make any sense. And second sentence, I love to read these books. Now this is the complete sentence and also makes some sense. In these examples, the same thing is written. The first group of words, A, is not complete in itself, but the second group is complete in itself. And one more thing, a sentence is made up of two parts that you know very well, that subject and predicate. What is subject? The doer of the action of the verb. Who is doing the action? Okay, the doer of the action of the verb is called subject. And what is predicate? The part of the sentence that tells us something about the subject. The part of the sentence that tells us something about the subject, about the subject that something is saying, that is called the predicate. For example, the lion is the king of the jungle. So to whom I am talking about? The lion. So it is the subject part and is the king of the jungle. And when we give more information about the lion, that he is the king of the jungle, so it is the predicate part of the subject. More about the subject, that is the subject is lion, and when we take something more information that he is the king of the jungle, that is the predicate part. Okay, so this is the subject and predicate. For example, two examples I will take. Two men were traveling together. So two men is the subject and were traveling together is the predicate part. Okay, the bear came up and smelt him all over. So whom I am talking about? The bear. The bear is the subject and came up and smelt him all over is the predicate. Now the second topic is the direct and indirect object. Okay, the predicate in a sentence may have more words than only a verb. Sometimes there are words after the verb that complete the meaning of the sentence. For one more definition, the words, phrases or clauses that complete the meaning of the sentence and express the goal or result of the action of the verb are known as the object of the verb. So, and one more thing that you have studied in the previous chapters, that there are two types of verb, transitive and intransitive verbs. Transitive verbs are those that in which we need objects to complete their meaning. So these are called the transitive verb, and some verbs can take two objects. And intransitive, what is intransitive? That we don't need objects. But some verbs can take two objects, direct object and indirect object. Now what is direct object? A noun or a pronoun that takes the action of a verb or the result of the action is called a direct object. So we can understand it very clearly by this. Noun or pronoun is the answer. If there is some sentence written and if in that sentence there is the answer, if you ask what, kya, or whom after the verb के बाद, after the verb, if you answer the question to what or whom, that is the direct object. And indirect object, Verbs such as give, bring, tell, take or buy take both a direct and an indirect object. An indirect object is a noun or pronoun that is not used with a preposition in the sentence. Now some examples. If a sentence has an object, it is placed after the verb. Where it is placed? It is placed after the verb. I love chocolates. So chocolates is a object that is placed after the verb, that is love. She gave me the report. So she is the subject, gave is the verb, and in this sentence, just look it carefully, that after the word me is used, that answer the question that the report is given to me. To whom? To me. So that is the direct object and the report is an indirect object. Okay, so we take few examples. The teacher gave the class some advice. The class, direct object, some advice, indirect object. Mom bought me new shoes. Me, direct object, new shoes, indirect object. Okay. Granny told us many stories. Us, direct object, many stories, indirect objects. Okay. So I hope you have understood the chapter. Okay, students. Thank you.